The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clan Archie for the dope production. Ring gang stay with the best discussion.
Ring gang radio.
But then also too, we have another card. It's not this weekend, but the weekend after. It's it's the last significant fight for August. The fight I'm talking about, of course, is Vasyl Lomachenko versus Luke Campbell. On the line is Lomachenko's WBA and WBO lightweight belts, and then also too the vacant WBC belt. Yes, which was let go by Mikey Garcia. After some
spin-off.
Spin-off conversations and whatnot. But before I get into that fight, I do want to highlight its undercard for a little bit. Not overly happy with this one, not the fight. We have Charlie Edwards versus Julio Cesar Martinez in the flyweights, which I'm pretty sure on paper will probably be a fight of the year. But the fight that I'm going to raise my eyebrow at, and mostly because it may have some implications at heavyweight, is Huey Fury, cousin of Tyson Fury, facing Alexander Povetkin. LB, do you have any brief words on that fight?
Oh man, because I know I know you don't be a fan of Fury. I had a feeling you was gonna bring up this fight. Honestly, I think it's maybe a decent fight. Like Povetkin always bring it, minus the damn Klitschko fight. Good lord. Nigga, it was like watching the octopus fight a robot, fight the Tooth Fairy. I don't know. It's just crazy. Ugly fight. But anyway, but Povetkin, really, usually brings it, gives you good ass fights. And Fury, Huey Fury, he's usually there. And
let's put it this way, man. I suffered through watching his last fight, if you can call that, against a very shop-worn Sam Peter, my Bibio brethren, Sam Peter. And the less said about that fight, but he won by a stoppage. Like I said, Huey Fury is not someone I like to watch because basically, you can't be that big. And it's weird that him and his cousin are the same way. Like they're so weird defensively. They have the same style, and then their punching is so bad. Like seriously bad. Like I can't stand watching.
I don't think Tyson Fury's punching is bad like that. Like if he sat down, he punches it. He throws his punches correctly. I think it's just not in his style. He's more of a defense before offense guy.
And the nigga's 6'9". Come on. That's why I can't stand. Like
that's how it be sometimes.
And Huey Fury is 6'6", and it's just like every time I watch his fights, the struggle, like the Joseph Parker fight, was struggle to me.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was bad. Povetkin might make him pay for that, and then boom. Like, what do you want him to say? You happy, Pat? I knocked him out. I David priced him.
Obviously, I wouldn't even mind if Povetkin, goes back on his Maldonium, just for this fight, just so he can get a little bit extra, and not very into next week. I'm just saying. Now this is me hating right now.
See, at least you was calling it out. At least you said you hate it. Yeah, some people just say the exact same shit, even worse.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I ain't hating.
Now I'm hating because, like I said, I just don't. Huey Fury is not good, and I just don't want to see this guy move on. Like, he has 2 losses already, but he hasn't been knocked down or knocked out yet, as far as I know. And this is where, and it needs to happen. Povetkin needs to find his Maldonium and do some work. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a brutal highlight
on everybody, so he might not even need all that.
I didn't even think Huey Fury was worth hating on. Like, he's not even worth the energy.
I mean, hey, Pat brought it up. I wouldn't even have talked about this fight, you know.
But the thing is, though, I mean, because it may, depending on who wins, someone might. I mean, they're both. One is under matchroom, the other one has a relationship. So whoever wins it may just be in target for a higher profile heavyweight fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why.
I mean, but they would have earned it though, because look, if Povetkin does some highlight reel KO, shit, I'm fine with him getting another title shot. Fuck it. and if Fury, digs down and gives the performance of a lifetime and clearly beats Povetkin, then I'ma just step back and be like, hey, you know what? Get a guy his shot. Fuck it. That's just me, man. I talk my shit, but if niggas step it up and prove me wrong, or they exceed expectations, then who am I to hate or say anything that be on some nah.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, that will be, I believe, it's not the co-main, but it'll be one of the main undercard fights to, of course, the main event, as I just mentioned before, Lomachenko versus Luke Campbell. It's an interesting fight. Like I said, it's a 3-belt unification bout. Obviously, right now, if we look at it now, Lomachenko is probably the favorite, by far. Yeah. But the thing with Lomachenko, and I've brought this up, dude, is I honestly think that lightweight is his limit. I think me and you, we've talked about limits with certain fighters, and I think we disagreed on Lomachenko being 135 at lightweight, correct or not?
Nah, I mean, because I feel like I can't say nobody's a limit until there's a limit. Like, I feel like the matchups are just different. Like, they're just better.
Yeah. I guess it's maybe because I'm just doing it because
But I do feel like he's topping out at 135. But I can't say, for how good he's supposed to be and how good he's looked in the past. To me, like, maybe he could operate at 140. Because I remember I was one of the people talking about Lomachenko should have fought Pacquiao and made that fight. And now we saw how good Pacquiao looked. I know them niggas is probably so happy.
Right.
that they avoided that fight, because they look like, damn, he beat up that ponytail having motherfucker. He was big as shit. So I mean, so it just goes to show, but still, like, if two-time gold Olympic medal winner, you know what I mean? People hyping him up, pound for pound. Pacquiao supposed to be getting older, so I'm just, what other big fights were happening for Lomachenko? Tank fight still ain't coming out. Teofimo Lopez, his momentum kind of slowed down, and now he's about to get his test in Kami. Yeah. So I mean, what other big fights? So now you had the fight Crawler, and who cared about that fight, And now he's with Luke Campbell, and Luke Campbell is actually a solid, decent fight.
Yeah, very. Like, Luke Campbell is a little bit, I'd say, slightly underrated.
He's better than the Pedraza. It's better than the Pedraza fight, and it's better than the Crawler fight.
Oh yeah, anything's better than the Crawler fight.
Yeah, well, yeah. You can fight one of us and be better than the Crawler fight.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, Campbell has 2 losses, but they were very close. There were split decisions. One to Yvonne Mendy, which he avenged, and then one to Jorge Linares. And that one, and now let's put it this way: fights that I consider high level boxing, it's very few and far back. Like, there are niggas that think high level boxing is a simple nigga just stepping forward and throwing one jab or and moving his head a little bit.
Name some examples, bro. Name some examples. We done seen too many fights. You can't say that shit, nigga.
Oh, well, I'll start with the fight where I coined the phrase foot watchers. I'm going to talk about Danny Garcia versus Robert Guerrero, where niggas was a little bit oohing and ahhing over the supposed boxing that Danny was doing, and I'm looking at the screen talking about this nigga Ghost was winning rounds. He's winning clear rounds. He's not going down. He's not wobbled. What the fuck are you watching?
This one of the rare times where you filling out your scorecards before the Danny Garcia fight, where you was actually kind of right. Like, I mean, you know I'm a Swift fan, but you know, Robert Guerrero took about the first 3-4 rounds from Swift. Like,
yeah, and I'm like, and niggas was like, I was like, this shit is trash. Like, this, like, Ghost should have been bloodied by now. Like, you know, and it was a competitive fight, and it shouldn't have been. And then after that, and then pretty much like there, but then we have the opposite of that. Like, high level boxing is like there's actually some high level just between two opponents that are actually in the primes or somewhere near form. And that was Linares and Campbell to me. That was one of my favorite fights in 2017. Like I mean,
Campbell won that.
What was that, Pete?
Campbell won that fight. That was bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, most people thought Campbell won that fight.
That nigga lost that shit, man. That stale ass fight. Y'all niggas really was hyping up that fight. That fight was
dope. I don't know if you fucking know, nigga. That shit was dope. That fight and
that shit was just it was a regular fight to me. Like, there's nothing memorable about it. It was Linares won 7 rounds to 5 bullshit fight. Like, it wasn't no.
Campbell went down. Campbell was cut. Campbell, you know, and I mean honestly, because you know Linares has his lapses, you know, and this was probably one of those fights where he probably either didn't take it seriously or, you know, just didn't focus, and then you got a very close fight.
I felt like Campbell had lapses too. Like, I felt like if both would have went a little harder, we would have got a great fight. But
I thought we did get a great fight.
Fight.
I thought we did get a great fight. I was happy.
Really?
Yeah, nigga.
But then you got niggas was telling me the Linares Crawler first fight was. It's like niggas let them some fucking Linares like.
I don't like Linares like that, but the Linares Crow fight was close too, but it was close not in the good way, because Linares really had some lapses. I mean, that fight was close for all the long reasons, and it wasn't because of. I mean, Crawler performed, but it wasn't high level. It was just more or less he took advantage of Linares' lapse and nearly won the fight. But Linares corrected that the next fight.
Man, I thought Linares beat Crawler twice, like easy, like. Yeah, the first fight was on some like damn, Linares, like you could look better than this, but I thought he clearly won. Like Linares, I thought he beat Campbell, but it was a closer fight, but I felt like Linares controlled the fight a little better. So I felt like he edged it out, but you know, I guess I could understand you know, people making it close. I still don't. I ain't see Campbell winning that shit, but Campbell's still solid. He's real good. He got length. He got power, quickness. Knows how to box. You know, he can come forward. You know, he's defensively sound. You know, I feel like if he raises, you know, if he overachieves, you know, and fights above his level, he could then pull off something against Lomachenko.
Yeah, I mean, he has the height advantage. I'm not sure what the reach is. No, he has the height and the reach advantage over Lomachenko.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Lomachenko sure. With the T-Rex arms.
Yeah, and you know, yeah, I mean, I think the reach advantage is like 6 or 7 inches. So basically, for Campbell, like basically, if he can stop all that wild hopping that Lomachenko likes to do. Because you know me, jittery footwork makes me agitated. Everyone likes seeing it, you know, and that's what Lomachenko's footwork looks like to me. It's too jittery, you know, and I just feel that.
But it's purposeful footwork though.
Like, but yeah, you like
in and out and set up his shots and angles. It just is harder to do against these bigger guys.
But yet you like Billy Joe Saunders and his footwork.
Billy Joe Saunders has good footwork though.
Right.
We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna. But
hold on, wait. So we're gonna sit here and say Billy Joe Saunders doesn't have good footwork.
No, he has good footwork, but it's not like great like amazing, like like.
Hold on, but I said good footwork. I didn't say. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's put the difference between good footwork and amazing footwork. Billy Joe Saunders, good footwork.
I have seen motherfuckers like call him slick, and I would not call that motherfucker slick.
Nah, he has some slickness about him, but I wouldn't label him slick. Defensive, like he's on point though, like, but good. Pacquiao has great footwork. Saunders has good footwork. Shit, I would say Chris Algieri has good footwork. A guy like Khan has bad footwork.
Right.
Thurman, good footwork. Matisse, average footwork.
Wilder, bad footwork.
Yeah, Wilder, bad footwork.
Yeah. You know, yeah, but I mean, Saunders doesn't have good footwork though. I mean, it's very purposeful. I mean,
no, I'm not saying he doesn't have. I don't know. But sorry, maybe that was just the hating in me that was creeping up.
But Lomachenko has great footwork though.
That's what I'm saying. Like he has good. Like I don't know why you're saying he has bad footwork. That Lomachenko has.
Because he don't like the little. Look, just remember, Pat don't really fuck with Lomachenko. He gonna bring up. I'm surprised he didn't bring up you know who so far yet.
Yeah. I was gonna say don't encourage him, please. God damn it.
No. There hasn't been a reason yet. So I mean, for him to bring up his one lone blemish. So I will not unless I'm forced to. But
I don't know. You just made it seem like he has like Zambi footwork. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like you had us even have to go on a whole different change the conversation and list niggas who had great footwork. All because he was also Lomachenko's footwork. No, I don't like it at all. Not one bit. It's too jerky and jumpy for me.
Yeah.
But like,
exactly.
It's like someone put some jerk chicken and gave it a jump rope. Like I don't like it at all. It just is not.
No,
natural.
but like his hopping around like actually makes sense. Like the way he moves around, like it's not like some Amir Khan shit where he's just like fucking hop, just to fucking hop, right?
And hop right into punches.
Yes.
Punched up to get beat down. Oh man, that brand Nubian.
Right your shit. But like I said, I mean, I'm not a fan of the story. It's not for me. You know, it's not. I don't like to watch it. You know, but yes, I understand it's purposeful for him. I just prefer not. I'd rather see something else. You know,
you prefer him to slide.
Yeah.
You know, like he does that too.
His footwork helps create angles that like the angles are what makes Lomachenko so fucking like hard to like really like that confuses guys. Like I think his footwork is great for that because he uses it to create like a Pacquiao that creates angles, awkward angles, and you can't like one minute.
Remember, people were saying Lomachenko was gonna out Pacquiao when that fight was talked about. That's the level people was putting Lomachenko footwork on.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's been a while that since we've actually seen Lomachenko's footwork actually be purposeful enough for him to actually win. You know, it actually be maybe the main reason like he'd actually win a fight. I mean, it wasn't really. I mean, the Kroll fight was what it was. The Pedraza fight really wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a factor to me in it.
I mean, he used the footwork in the Linares fight, and that was the toughest fight. I feel like this is the toughest fight since the Linares fight. Because
Linares had the footwork to keep up with him. That's the reason why.
and Campbell does too, so we gonna see that shit. I think Campbell's a bad matchup right now. Like I'm telling you, if we see a close fight or some controversial shit, y'all gonna remember this one.
I think it's gonna be a good fight. But I think that Loma's gonna take this. I like Campbell. I think he's a very good boxer, but I just don't see it. I don't know, but I'm of the mindset of like, I feel like when Lomachenko loses, it's like again, it's gonna be like he did to with Toledo. It's gonna be like an awkward, like he's gonna lose some awkward fights that give him like like you can't be like he's not gonna lose a traditional boxer. Like it'll be like probably.
I wouldn't label Salido awkward, but you know,
Salido's
but he was awkward to Lomachenko because Lomachenko was used to like he wasn't ready for the brawl, not really the brawling, but like the rough like he roughed him up. Like he was really, and I know I'm not gonna say that he didn't, but like he used a lot of like roughness to it. I don't think
the low blows, and he just wasn't ready for he wasn't ready for the Mexican school of boxing. That's all.
No, he wasn't.
You can just say that because all this awkward, I didn't see awkward from Orlando Salido. I just see, that Mexican go out, get it, beat your ass style, and
right.
Throw punches from different angles, and throw 2 uppercuts and the left hook and an overhand right.
Well, I mean, when I said awkward, what I meant was like what I should have said was like a non-traditional style, like something that's like when people talked about how Mikey would beat Loma because of what Linares did, but I'm like, it's different. Like Linares is like just really, his style is also awkward. He's really like Linares is really instinctive. So like he throws a lot. Like when he was getting close to him, I don't know. It was just awkward. I don't think that like Mike.
Yeah, like you think Linares? Like what is it? Why is that your go-to word? Like Linares is awkward. Like he's like an athletic ass boxer puncher. Like I don't see.
But that style is more likely to be successful against Lomachenko. The athletic.
Yeah, of course, especially if you got the length to back it up. Like what helped Linares was he was naturally bigger, and he had length, and he was athletic. Up until then, who was Lomachenko fighting? Who had all of that? Who was athletic, bigger, and stronger? Like and could box.
Axeman. I mean, Axeman had Walters had all of those qualities that you just said.
But Walters ain't no bigger than. But Walters ain't naturally bigger than Linares though.
Yes, he is. That dude was great.
Walters is big, but
he's bigger. He's bigger than Loma. He had the size of it. He was more athletic than Loma. He had more power. So that was supposed. I remember a lot of people were.
I don't know, but see, this is the thing. He don't have the length that Linares had. But I guess but you know what? You could put Walters in there. You could put Walters in there. But the difference though is between Walters and Linares. Linares was active. Walters wasn't.
Yeah,
we all thought the Walters fight was going to be tougher.
But I mean, because because what I said with Linares seems to like whenever he gets like whenever he's getting like whenever Loma was coming close to throwing a lot of punches, like he would like almost like instinctively just throw just to get him off of him, and it was working because he was hitting him back with some hard shots.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people like most people when we see Lomachenko, they're when they're getting hit with all those awkward punches, their instinctive is just to shell up and move, and then Lomachenko moves with them and uses the awkward angles to punch up to just keep punching around them.
But remember, a lot of times that was guys that were Lomachenko size or smaller. At lightweight, that hasn't really happened. Like even Walters, and Walters is the only guy who has a similar dimensions to the lightweights. But the thing is, he didn't fight like that. Like, that's why, we didn't really see, like, the way Lomachenko fought, the way he looked against Linares, that's the type of fight we expected from Walters.
Yeah, that's right. And I was so disappointed. I mean, I was very, very disappointed at Walter's performance because he just looked like...
I was in Jamaica when they fought. When I say niggas are disappointed, bruh.
Yeah, I was just like, come on, X-Man. I was like, and that was the thing that was pissing me off too around that time with Lomachenko. Like he wasn't like beating these guys up. He was frustrated. Well, except for Rocky Martinez. Rocky Martinez really got laid out.
He got that one.
Yeah, but it's just like these cats were just giving up and just like, you know what? Nah. This cat's not gonna keep spinning around me, ducking underneath there, hitting me with these wild ass shots. Bro, I'm gonna pack it in. No,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's some bitch made shit though. Like I could understand, you know, a dude beating your ass and you just can't take it no more. You're like, man, I ain't competitive. I can't do it. But a nigga, you quit because you frustrated. Like, get the fuck out of here. You at work, motherfucker. Like,
yeah, and that's what.
like, come on. I mean, you at
what-
your computer fuck up at work and you in your office, you up here hitting F10 and shit, trying to fix shit, whatever. Do you just get frustrated and just leave? Like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm fucking like,
Yeah,
now
I
you
mean-
don't even want to take a break. Now you just gonna leave. Like, that's what these niggas did against Lomachenko. They got frustrated and said, you know what? That's it.
Like I think like